Do you want to be the king of content creation, videography, or photography? Well, here's my story. Here's how I got started, really condensed. So my mom's been a photographer for as long as I can remember, and she had a camera. In late 2019, I started picking up that camera and started going onto like short film sets and taking behind the scenes pictures just to get on those short film sets. I wanted to be an actor, so if I figured I couldn't be in some of the films that I was cast in, at the very least I could be on set learning how everything else works. So I started taking pictures, being a PA, it was a good time. Then the pandemic hit. And I had a few options. Sit around and play video games all day, watch TV all day and wait for the 2 weeks to be over, find some other job that I would have to do a bunch of things I didn't want to do in order to like get the job, or I could put my mind to something and start building up a skill that would then serve me better. 2020 was my graduating year, so I figured it would be appropriate for me to start actually building up some skills and going out and seeing what I could do. So I started using the camera, learning everything that I could about photography. I would spend literally 8, 10, 12-hour days just on YouTube, messing with the camera and trying to learn as much as I could. Then I came across Daniel Schiffer and a few other YouTubers at the time who were creating these awesome videos and photos and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this content creation game sounds kind of fun. What if I can make my own content? And I started recording myself making content and I was like, whoa, what about video? That sounds kind of cool. So started learning more about video, same deal, 8, 10, 12-hour days just on YouTube, trying as many things as I could to learn as much as I could. Then, once I thought that I had something that I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to see how this works in the real world or like with other people. So I started reaching out to like a ton of other people. Every single person that could possibly have wanted like senior pictures, product photos, a small commercial, a video, like anything at all that anybody would say yes to. I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine was in the earlier days of starting his ice cream sherbet company. And I figured what better way to figure out how to create photos for brands than to take a photo for a brand. So I reached out to him and I was like, hey, can I take pictures for your brand? I'll do it absolutely free. I just wanna like get the experience. I also actually did a few commercials for him as well, like just some fun video projects. I did do some video projects for him, like just totally, they were terrible. Basically, the offer was, I wanna try my hand at creating some of these creative assets and I would love to do it for your brand. And if it works out and you like the assets, you can use them. If not, no worries, no harm, no foul. It was an easy yes because one, he was a friend, and two, there was no risk to him except for a little bit of his time, which he was in the earlier days of his business. He wasn't super overwhelmed yet at that point. So we went forward. I created probably the worst photos and videos that I've ever created in my entire life. They were never used, never saw the light of day, but it was a start. You rinse and repeat that process over and over and over again until you literally don't have a single other person in your contacts list that will take a free job from you. And at that point, you do one of two things. If you don't have the skills yet to be charging or that people want you, continue doing free work for people outside of your circle. Build a network of people, meet random people, offer to do work for strangers, make it happen. But if you are accumulating the skills that are necessary in order for you to start charging and for people to actually want you to do their content, then you can start charging money. Charge for expenses first if that's what you feel comfortable with. You can charge a basic day rate, like if you're really early and you want to just do like a $200 day rate, just film and edit whatever. If you want to charge a couple $100 for a single project, so like $300, you'll make a video, take some pictures, like whatever you got to do, start charging more. This is exactly how I started and exactly what I did, to the point where now I'm doing commercials for companies that are ranging between like $5,000 and $7,000 for companies that are running between like 800 to like 1.3 million a year. I want to do even bigger projects than that with bigger companies than that, but that's where I'm at right now, and I'm continuing that grind to keep on building. But if you're starting at square one, that's my story. That's how I got started. YouTube University is a magical place. You can learn anything that you want to, put your mind to it, and within months, you could have something that is a foundation of which you can start putting yourself out there. And then within a year or 2 years, you'll be making a little bit of money. And then within 5 or 6 years, you'll be making a decent living. Put your mind to it. I hope this was inspirational for you. If you've wanted to start something but haven't, go start it. You'll never regret trying. If you've already started something, keep grinding. Comment below or send me a DM if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. If there's anything I've struggled with that you're struggling with that I can help get you past, I would love to do that. So I appreciate you guys watching. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next piece of content.